Hello and welcome back. It's Red Knight here and it's time for a cool farm review. Now I'm currently looking at a level 76 farm and the name of this farm is Manu and Billi. And doesn't that picture look so romantic? Okay, right, let's have a look at this farm in more detail. So I think we need to zoom out. Okay, now straight away we can see that it really looks interesting. We can see a lot of hedgerows are used as a border effect. There's some nice rose bushes and lots of really cool path decoration as well. We got some nice topiary border at the back there and some trees as a border. So let's go and have a look in more detail and then we can talk about it. So starting off at the back here. Now we can see here that this player has actually used a lot of the topiary and some of the rocks to create a nice little border pattern at the back here, separating the machine area from the actual lake and the cliffs. Now I like the use of the Halloween decoration gargoyle there. Really like that image. It looks so cool, and that was a great addition to the game by Supercell. And I really hope with Halloween just around the corner that they come up with another nice new decoration so we can pair them up maybe. That would be awesome. Right, so as I said, this person's using topiary at the back there. And as we come further down the back, we've got a load of dead trees. Now, I do like the use of dead trees sometimes, but I must admit this doesn't quite go so well in this location. I felt maybe the continuation of using topiary would have been much better here, because now the dead trees kind of just stand out and it doesn't look right with the contrast of the green hedgerows, the green topiary, and then this dead tree. So please chop those down and replace them with some more topiary to give that a nice pattern. Or remove the topiary and then have the brown trees, dead brown trees coming all the way around the back. Now I like the use of the pathways here in this boxed off area. And I'm so happy that you've actually used the archway as a kind of entrance piece. I'm not always keen when I see these hedgerows completely blocked off, and you haven't done that. You've left it open for me, which is good, so thank you. I like the way that your machines are staggered. There's a nice gap between them, and it does look good. Very easy to actually see what's being used or not used. Okay, as we come down the farm, you've got your jewelers there with your smelters, and only one of them's working at the moment. Now, a strong tip for everybody who's playing the game: you do not have to buy all of these smelters in one go. Take your time. It's only when you get up to the really high levels that you might need more than, say, 3 of them. But even myself, I don't have that many, and most of them are not even maxed out yet because it does take a lot of time. But I like the fact that you've got these in a nice straight line leading up to the mine entrance with a pathway behind them. That's good. And then a pathway in front. Look at the way that we're using the mixture of the different path pieces here. I do like this layout. Even using the rose bushes to balance off those pathways. And this cool design here using the nectar bushes as well for the bees to be able to fly to. I like it a lot. And there's the birthday cake as a nice little centerpiece. Now, I'm not always keen on this birthday cake, depends on how it's actually used, but I must admit that actually does blend in very nicely. However, I'm not entirely satisfied with this one here. I think maybe you've got a few swimming pools too many there, and then the fact that they're actually at different angles kind of doesn't go so well. Okay, maybe you've tried to go with an interesting summery feeling here, but it just does not feel right, and I'm not keen on this at all. So maybe I'd recommend taking some of the swimming pools away, reducing the number of deck chairs, and maybe trying something else with the water. Now over here you've used the ditches for the water ditches, so why not actually use some of the actual ponds to blend in with the water ditches and this pond and bridge piece? You might find that as a water feeling would be much nicer. You've used the walls to good effect here as well. I like the fact that you've changed from the hedgerows to the wall pieces, and this gives it a really nice contrast. Again, you've separated the animal pens. I do like what you've done over here with the goats as well. That's actually quite interesting. Down here again you've got some dead trees. Now the dead trees in this area does work. It's kind of nice. Now maybe you should move the other dead trees down here as well and give it a more dead style feeling. Maybe bring over the Halloween gargoyle, maybe some tombstones as well, and maybe you can go for a nice Halloween design down here in the future, but that's your choice. Now, again, you've got some dead bushes here. You really do need to hire Tom and to clear up your land a little bit better. Okay, it does give a nice little border pattern between your dogs and your actual rabbits, but I feel that maybe your farm is not being used at the moment. You've got lots of animals that are not being fed, you've got lots of machines that are not being used, you've got lots of dead trees. So I'm not sure if you're actually consistently playing this game these days. And I really hope you do so because you've got some nice ideas here. Now, I would ask you to change this around. It feels very, very cluttered, especially within this green area here. I like the choice of the statue with the rose bushes, but where you've separated with the hedges sticking out and you've put other decoration in there as well, it now feels very, very cramped. So maybe remove some of the bird baths, remove some of the topiary, and then redesign this area completely. Now, I like the bicycles. I like the fact that you've got those in a nice little row there, and I think that's a good addition. Now, I'm not always keen on seeing bicycles on a farm like this unless they're actually near the edge, but this feels like maybe the people will come off the boat, they'd hire a bicycle, then they'd go cycling, and then basically enjoy the countryside. I like your use of the lamppost as you're coming down, and I do think that's nice as well. Now let's go and have a look across your road. Ooh, now this is interesting, but it's completely enclosed. How can anybody go over here and harvest any of the land crops if they can't get in? Now this is a request for every person that does this. Please allow access into areas like this. Okay, I love the hedgerows, but if you can't get into this area, it's not realistic, and I'm looking for something that's more realistic or enjoyable in this case. Now, the potential here is for something really, really fun. Now, it's a shame we can't actually put any trees in between those gaps between the hedgerow pieces, because I think that might be quite nice. But I do like what you're doing there. Let's just see how it progresses in the future, though. Right, now, what's your town going to look like, I wonder? Let's go and have a look. Whoa, you don't have the town notification board. Okay, right, now here is your town, and this is much, much better. I'm more pleased about what I'm seeing here than I was with your farm. Okay, I like the Christmas tree decoration in the center. That actually does look kind of interesting considering that Christmas is not far around the corner as well. Even with the snowman and the snow woman just looking over their hedgerow there, and it feels like they're almost talking with the gnome who's just across the other hedgerow. I like your use of hedgerows with path pieces here. Gives you a nice little like a passageway straight into the spa area. You've got your dead cemetery over here with a nice frozen pond. So it's almost like you've got a kind of a wintry effect over here. And you're using the fireplaces, sorry, the fires to actually literally warm up the whole area. It's good. It's not bad at all. I like it. I like the fact that you've done the same kind of pattern with the hedgerows, but you've separated them this time in this area here. That's actually quite a nice idea. And you've mixed the hedgerows as well. So you've gone with the plain green, then with the flowered ones, and that looks quite nice. That's an interesting idea, actually. I might do that with some of mine in the future. Mix those hedgerow pieces just to see how they come out. I like the diagonal path pieces. I do like what you're doing here at all. And there is a nice feel to it. Let's have a look at your beach. Okay, your beach is nice. I like your toilet area there. A nice his and her toilet. That's actually quite interesting. I like the feel to that. Yep, okay, I don't think your beach is too much. You've even got a nice Christmas tree over there in the corner as well. And basically your town has a nice Christmas and Halloween effect to it. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm quite satisfied with what I'm seeing here as well. And I didn't get anything in your chest though. Now, overall, from looking at your farm and looking at your town, I do prefer your town a lot more than I do your farm, but I do like some of your farm areas. I like what you've started over here with the machines, and I do like what you've got in this area here, where you're actually again using the machines with the nectar bushes. I think that looks quite good as well. I'm not happy about this. I think this area has potential as well. Now, overall, what score am I going to give you? I'm going to give you a 2 out of 5 because there's still a lot more that needs to be done to make this place much more beautiful and interesting. Okay, right, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you do have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment below and sign up for more cool videos from me later. See you all now. Bye bye.